Alright guys, we are back for another Dokkan battle video. So along with the Turles celebration, we got a ton of missions added to the GT Legendary Goku event and the Legendary Vegeta event. Today we're going to go ahead and hop in and we are going to take down this mission right here. So this mission is going to be the Goku family team. And we're going to go ahead and take down the Legendary Vegeta event. Actually, is there not? Oh, yeah, I was going to say, would there not be a second Bardock? But now we got two Bardocks. Yeah, let's hop right in. Goku family team, we should be able to dominate this, I think, really quite easily. I don't think that we would have any struggles, really, in the Legendary Vegeta event with these Red Zone characters. Nah. This is kind of like one of the side effects here, right? Is that we are going into an event here where the enemy just has got no shot at doing anything to us, right? Like, I see no way we could, like, potentially lose here. It's just... The Legendary Vegeta event, was, sort of difficult when it first came out, but, like, this team is just going to be too much, right? Like, it was very fun for a lot of people when Dokkan, oh, we're going to, make this ridiculous, insane power creep, right? We're going to reset things with 7th Anniversary Red Zone, and then there's going to be kind of like a new standard, but what happens is then Dokkan starts releasing characters for Red Zone, and then everything else gets washed away, right, is what happens. Alrighty. So, I'm sorry, but that Bardock, man, that is still like that's still our #1 animation. Why is this slow? Hold on one second here. Now, I always reset the app before I start recording, right? So I've explained this before. I'll go into like a recording session after, having link leveled for hours and hours and hours and hours. And when you link level for hours and hours and hours and hours, at least maybe with this Android phone, funny enough, I actually just got a new phone. I just haven't transferred my account over yet. But the device tends to slow down. This is actually, now that I think about it, it's a really good thing. I just got a new device because we do have a world tournament coming up in a couple of days. I could really break the phone in, break the new device in with the upcoming world tournament and see how things are going to go. Now, Bardock, one of the main reasons I brought Bardock for this is just to see his intro. I will definitely maintain, I think Bardock has the best intro in the game still. Nothing for me quite comes close to it. I just think that it's just so far fire. Like, the OST, the voice acting, it's just, like, perfect. I think it's so good. But, obviously, Bardock, he just doesn't really compare, I think, with some other very powerful units. Bardock is very limited in sort of what he can do. I do think that Bardock, if you're able to get his Scouter off, right, like, Bardock is going to be great for Battlefield, great for Super Battle Road, right? Stages like that Scouter, that couple of turns Scouter you can get with him is definitely going to be very good. But, certainly I would say there are, kind of like limitations to how strong Bardock himself is going to be. He is a little bit limited, right? I think one problem with Bardock, I would like Bardock way better if his rainbow orb changing was not limited. I think that was a mistake with his design. There's two Dokkan Fest characters that I could see myself liking a lot better if they had permanent rainbow orb changing. And one is Bardock, right? His Rainbow Orb changing only lasts as long as the intro and the Scouter last. The other one is the Resurrection F Blues. When you exchange into Vegeta, you only get Rainbow Orb changing for a couple of turns. If that Rainbow Orb changing was permanent, it would be, I think, well, I don't want to go too crazy and be like, oh my god, it's a completely different story or something like that, but I do feel like that Vegeta, that ROF Blues could be a little bit better. You'll notice, one thing you guys are going to notice, and I'm very proud of the community, because they did sniff the LR Goku out immediately. I thought maybe some people went a little bit, like, he's not that bad. But it's like, they were not deceived by Goku, right? Like, at this point, a character like Goku who could just kind of put up some raw attack numbers without, like, some sort of meta-defining ability, right? It's just, I don't know. Like, if Goku, you look at what that Spirit Bomb Goku does, and it's like, if he just had a Scouter on his turn, I think that would suffice. Give him 40% damage reduction, that would suffice. 70% dodge. He just needs, so he has that one ability where he gets the extra 5 key and the extra attack if he finishes an enemy phase off, which I believe we already did up to this point, right? If you remove that ability and give him a really strong ability, like, you know, he guards, he 70% dodge, or, you know, Scouter, something like that, you can get value out of this Goku. I think a Scouter actually could have been a really good idea. My idea was to give him 40% damage reduction. I think if this Goku had 40% damage reduction, he would be a monster slot 2 or slot 3 character. He still would not be like, you know, oh my god, this crazy god of a character must run, but he would be a lot better, right? I feel like you'd be able to really, really talk yourself into being able to use him. Sure, let's just use Great Ape Kid Gohan's active right here. I see no reason not to. Now, Kid Gohan can tank the hardest boss in the game, Physical Sin Shenron. So I am not scared about this blue Vegeta. Do your worst, buddy boy. What's our defense with him? 447 is not as crazy as I'd like, actually. Why is it so much lower than I'm used to? We definitely have been hit a number of times with Gohan. We definitely have stacked a number of times with Gohan. I mean, we aren't on a 200% leader scale. I'm still not worried. Gohan is really tanky. Gohan is another character who is very tanky as long as he's able to get a super attack in. I mean, we're not even going to get to Kid Gohan at the end. So there we go, right? These missions, these are good, but at this point, I mean, they could add these all they want to. I'm not really complaining. It is nice to have extra content, but, you know, if we're going to get, like, really challenging missions, it would be in Red Zone, right? I think a lot, like, you could just do a stage against, like, Red Zone Baby, and, you know, you could do, like, Space Traveling Warriors, something like that, and that could be a fun run. But that's really what they need to do, man, is just put missions on Red Zone. Again, this is fine, but, you know, it's just, we do just kind of come in here, and we're just dunking on this, right? Now, let me take a look here. What are we looking at for Bardock? 295 is certainly not that crazy. I guess I think I'm gonna not disrespect this. I know I've been talking blah, 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 blah. I'm not gonna disrespect this Vegeta. Well, maybe we could put Spirit Bomb Goku in slot 1. Let's do this. Yeah, I think I'll probably not disrespect Vegeta, and then we'll just rock God Goku in slot 1 like that. Remember, one of the big things with God Goku's kit is we will do the active. He does the guaranteed crit, he does huge damage, but then that Super Saiyan Goku, he's meant to be a finishing blow, right? Oh, well, it looks like Vegeta didn't even super attack right away anyway, so it's not really a big deal. But once you sort of swap over to Super Saiyan Goku, he has that dodge before he attacks. And, I mean, he can get to reasonable defense, but if Vegeta had supered right away, that could have been nasty. Although, remember that Vegeta... This Vegeta, I think, could still be a tricky boss for some characters. The thing that makes, like, this Vegeta tough is he hits you with the defensive debuff. I believe he lowers your defense by 80%. He massively lowers your defense, I believe, which means he could really do a lot of damage to a lot of characters. But that defensive lowering ability does not work on stacked defense. Super. Damn, that would have been cool to see the Spirit Bomb Goku eat it, but it doesn't work on, what I just say, stacked defense. So characters that sort of stack defense like that, they are going to be just, like, so fine. In a situation like this, right? Like, we're not going to have any trouble with characters that have sort of, like, stacked defense. Vegeta is not going to be able to just blow them away, right? Like, this Gohan should... I didn't look at what his defense was, but this should be double digits, right? No, actually, yeah, Vegeta still did damage. Because Gohan has supered quite a bit. I guess it really is just smart not to underestimate this Vegeta. Because of that defensive debuff, it's like even a character like Gohan he could do damage to, but... if you're stacking up your defense, you'll be able to eat this much better than many characters, right? I remember even when they released a bunch of missions for this during the 7th anniversary, and I remember, I think, did my physical Super Saiyan 2/3 Goku get one-shotted by this Vegeta? I think that did happen. There was one, he got one-shotted in one of the missions during the 7th anniversary. It is good how many missions they've added to these events, huh? Ever since the 7th anniversary, they've added a bunch of missions to both this and the GT Legendary Goku event. Hopefully they could give us a new Legendary event sometime soon or something. I mean, we're moving into the best period of the year for Dokkan, so I assume they are going to do some of these things, right? We'll, I guess, see as they do it. So, there we go. We got the Goku family mission done. Was, you know, pretty easy. Didn't really have any struggles or anything like that. Go ahead and grab our mission, get our 5 stones, our 5 tickets. Thanks, guys, for watching, and I'll catch y'all next time.